Social stories are an evidence-based strategy used with individuals with autism spectrum disorders. Parents and professionals develop the stories to address a wide variety of topics. There's a lot of confusion about what is and what is not a social story. Here we address the misconceptions by looking at the current definition of social stories and one of the most frequent mistakes made in developing them. The short definition of a social story states that a social story accurately describes a situation, skill, or concept according to 10 defining criteria. These criteria define the characteristics of every social story, as well as the process that is used to research, write, and implement it. The complete definition provides additional detail, stating that the criteria guide story development to ensure a patient and supportive quality, and a format, story voice, and relevant content that is descriptive, meaningful, and physically, socially, and emotionally safe for the intended audience. It is not easy to develop a social story. In my experience, most, if not all, mistakes can be traced back to failure to follow the social story definition. For example, the term development in the definition represents the many processes that parents and professionals are required to follow with each story. Consider a case example. Drew is 10 years old and is having difficulty during lunch in the school cafeteria. His teacher thinks that a social story may help. Before writing, it's important for Drew's teacher to observe in the cafeteria, talk with others who work with Drew, and maybe even talk to Drew himself. Also his parents, and then most of all, consider the situation from Drew's point of view. This helps to identify an effective story topic and its focus. But sometimes the